Hello, welcome back. In the previous tutorial, we have seen how to wire the dependencies of the reference type, means how to wire an object into the class SIMcard1 of type service provider. In the previous tutorial, we have wired the object of type Airtel with SIMcard1, and we have also seen how to wire the collection of the primitives or of type string. Now in this tutorial we are going to see how to wire the collections of the user defined data types. Now for that we have to create some classes like I am having or I am creating one class. The name of the class is mobile phone. Now as we see today, the mobile phones can have more than one SIM card. Now I want that this mobile phone should be having two SIM cards, like this is SIM card 1 and it should be having one another SIM card. Now for that I will create one more class and I will name this class as SIM card 2. Now I am having two classes, one is SIM card 1 and one is SIM card 2, or I can say I am having two SIM cards. One is SIM card 1 and second is SIM card 2. Now I copy this code and will paste this code into this card SIM card 2 into this class SIM card 2. Okay, now what I will do is I will alter or I will create this mobile phone class in such a way that it will carry this both SIM cards. That is, it can use either of the SIM card. Either it can use SIM card 1 to get the services, or it can use SIM card 2 to get the services. But before that I have to create one bean for this class SIM card 2. Now in the configuration file, just like I have created one bean for SIM card 1, I will create one bean for SIM card 2. Now this will be my class SIM card 2, and I mentioned that the name of this bean is SIM2, and in this SIM I will inject the services of Vodafone, and in the constructor list here for the contact numbers I will here inject the contact number of some fast food codes like McD, like Pizza Hut, or like Big Bite, and here like Domino's. Now I have created one contact list for the SIM card 2 and one service provider who will provide the services to SIM 2. Now in this mobile phone I want to incorporate both of these SIM cards. Now for to do that, what I will do, I will create one list of SIM card, so that in this collection I can put both of the SIM cards. But the problem with this is that this SIM card 1 is of type SIM card 1 and this SIM card 2 is of type SIM card 2, means these are the specialized classes. But I want to put in this collection both of these SIM cards, like SIM card 1 and SIM card 2. So I have to make these classes the generalized classes, and I can do that with the help of the interface. So I will create one interface with the name SIM card, and this will be a interface, and this interface is having two methods. First is I have to complete the method name with the signature. This will be having one method that is active, and the second method, that is contact list. Now it is having two methods, that is active and the contact list. Now this SIM card 1 class will implement implements with the interface SIM card, and this SIM card 2 class will also implement with the class SIM card. Okay, now both of these classes, SIM card 1 and SIM card 2, are of type SIM card, because SIM card 2 is a SIM card and now SIM card 1 is also a SIM card. Therefore, in this class mobile phone, I can make a collection of SIM card so that it can have both the SIM cards, because SIM card 1 is also a SIM card and SIM card 2 is also of type SIM card. Both the SIM card 1 and 2 are of type SIM card. Now for this I create the getters and setters for this collection. Now the getters and setters for this collections are generated. Now I will create one function here to get the status of SIM, that are the status of all the SIM cards which are there or which this mobile is using. Now here in our case, this mobile is using a collection of the SIM card, and in this collection we are going to put only 2 SIM cards. So it will get the collection, or it will get the status of each of the SIM card which are there in this collection. Now for that I will create one for loop to iterate over this list of SIM cards. Now this, now sys out, or yes, sys out here the status, the SIM. To make this program more descriptive, I create one int I is equal to 0 variable here. Status of SIM plus plus I, and then with the plus operator some dashes with the space. It will print the status of this SIM. Now with the help of this object SIM, I will call the method which we have created. Method is active, dot is active. Now to print the contact list, I will again do the sys out and contact list of SIM. Then here again I will use the variable I, contact list of this I, and then I will call the method sim dot contact list. Now we are done with it. Now we have to create one bean for this mobile phone. Now for creating the bean of the mobile phone, we will start with the bean tag. Now this bean tag will be having one ID. Now we may name this ID as mobile, and class is equal to, the name of the class should be a fully qualified name. So we copy the package name and dot, the name of the class is mobile phone. Now this mobile phone is having only one property that need to be wire up, or that need to be injected into this class. Now we mention here property name is equal to, we copy the property name from here sims. So the property name is equal to sims. and here we make one list. Now since here the property or this collection is holding the user defined objects, therefore in the list we have to mention ref bean is equal to the name of the bean. Now there are two beans, sim1 and sim2. Here we will inject or wire sim1, and secondly we will wire here sim2. Now we open this class, app class. Now here we will create the object for the reference for mobile phone, and we name this as mobile and typecast it in mobile phone, and the name of the or the ID of this bean we paste here, and then with the help of this reference mobile we will call the method get status of sim, and we are done. Now when we run this program, now we will get the status of both the sims in the output, like here. The sim1 injected object Airtel 3G means this sim is getting the services of Airtel 3G, and this is the complete contact list of sim1. Now sim2 is using the services of Vodafone, and this is the contact list of sim2. Contact list of sim2 plus plus I. Okay, now what we have done here is we have created one class mobile phone, and in this class mobile phone we have created one collections of user defined object. Now we created two class, sim card 1 and sim card 2, and we defined one common type to them, that is in the form of the interface sim card, so that both of the classes are implementing the interface sim card. So sim card 1 is a sim card and sim card 2 is a sim card. Then in the mobile phone class we have created one collection of type list which will collect the objects of type sim card. Therefore it can also have the object of this class, it can also have the object of this class. Then what we have done in this class, we have generated the getter and setter methods for this property. Now we have created one more method, get status of sim. Now this method will iterate over this collection. The name of the collection is sims. So it will iterate over this collection. When it is iterating for the first instance, it will save that instance reference into this variable sim. Now with the help of sim, we are calling this method is active and the contact list method. Now these are the two methods which are defined in both of the classes, sim card 1 and sim card 2, and also this interface is having two methods. Okay, now when we run this program we get the desired output, that this mobile phone is having two sim cards, sim 1 and sim 2, and this sim is using this particular service provider, and the contact list of sim1 is this, and sim2 is using this service provider, and the contact list of sim is this. Okay, now in the subsequent tutorial or in the next video of this tutorial we will discuss some more features of this dependency injection. And to review what we have studied is that this. Now we are having one application contest which we have created here. Now in this application contest we have configured these beans. There are the beans sim1, sim2, mobile, Vodafone and Airtel, and all these beans are read by the application contest from the spring.xml file. If we go through the spring.xml file, we are having these beans like mobile is one bean, sim2 is one bean, sim1 is one bean, Vodafone is one bean and Airtel is one bean, as we can see here. Now as soon as we create the container in this our main class, as soon as this container is created, while reading all the configuration from spring.xml, it will create all the beans and also wire them together. Wiring means like this: sim1 is dependent on this Airtel, so this Airtel class is to be wired or is to be injected into sim1, and Vodafone is to be injected in sim2, and this sim1 and sim2 need to be injected to mobile. This is known as wiring. Now how this wiring is done? Wiring is configured. With this wiring is done by the application context by reading this file, that is spring.xml file. Now we can also mark them here. This sim1 is wired with Airtel, this sim2 is wired with Vodafone, and that this mobile is wired with sim1 and sim2. So this spring.xml contains all the beans which are required by our application and all the wiring details. Wiring means how these beans are linked to each other. Okay, now in the next tutorial we will study some more leftovers which are there in the dependency injection. Okay guys, bye for now, good day.